What's up, you guys? We are live with another episode of the Wiley Show. I want to give a special shout out to all the new producers. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel. Yes, okay. I'm going to give a couple of little shout outs to those that are coming in the room. I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, and for some people, good evening. You never know who's watching. So I want to say thank you to all the new producers that are in the house. We got a full show to talk about, but I first want to mention Monique. I want to talk about Monique for a quick second. You know, Monique the comedian, Monique the Oscar winner, Monique the one that is being blackballed from the industry, Monique the difficult one, Monique with the husband that is destroying her career. Yeah, that Monique. So she just recently summed up her live on Instagram, speaking about the women with bonnets on their head. So everybody was talking about it. Some people dragged her. Some people said it was going to cancel her. They was like, how in the world are you going to talk about women with a bonnet on your head when you are going live with no bra in your robe? So with that being said, all of that was going on. So she finally went live with her husband, which I didn't see the thing that I didn't see the purpose of you bringing your husband on Instagram so you can explain to the people on why you said what you said. The husband wasn't necessary. You see, that's one of the reasons why, Monique's career is suffering the way it is, because she got her husband, and it sucks away the energy, because you don't need your husband in that. You just need to be by yourself, is what I'm trying to say. So when I saw her on there, she was definitely looking good. They had the camera like sideways, so it was difficult to really kind of watch them and comment. It was like giving me a headache. So she was saying that she did this because she loved Black people, she loved the community, and she loved all this. But I want to tell you all, I want to say this: regardless of what you think about this situation, being a Black woman, every time you walk on the street, they criticize Black women. Oh my God, you shouldn't wear weave. Oh my God, you shouldn't wear makeup. Oh my God, you shouldn't wear red lipstick. Oh my God, you should not be wearing pants. That's for men. So you get all of this criticism on a daily basis, and then now it's saying, oh my gosh, you shouldn't wear a bonnet. Oh my gosh, you shouldn't wear pajamas. Listen, we should stop trying to police women on what they wear on their body. And I've said that, and I'm going to say that again on the record, that when you are a woman, especially a Black woman, white women can wear what they want to wear, and it don't get no criticism. But when a Black woman wears something that you don't like, or that you feel threatened by, you want to call it out and make this big scene about it. No, that to me is it's just not cool, because Black women go through so much. We have so many problems that we deal with that we don't have to necessarily talk about. We could talk about it, but we don't have to necessarily call them out if you don't agree with it. You don't have to go on Instagram and be like, oh my gosh, I don't like when Black women wear this, because that's another sign of we're going to criticize the Black woman. Now, if a white woman, one of the Kardashians, Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, whomever, will wear a bonnet, instantly it'll probably be on People magazine, it'll probably be on Vogue. Like, oh my God, this is so legendary. This is fashion. This is a fashion statement. This is divine pressure. This is dope. This is great. You'll get all of that if a white woman were to wear a bonnet. So I'm just saying that with y'all. I know people are in the chat got to say what they got to say about women wearing bonnets or women wearing pajamas. That's just your personal opinion when it comes to that. And so I just want to say this, and another piece I want to say: when you're out there, whoever you are, if you are wearing a bonnet, do not allow nobody to tap you on the shoulders and to tell you that you should not wear a bonnet. That's not none of their business. Nobody should be going around tapping you on the shoulders and telling you that you should not be wearing a bonnet. That ain't none of their business. And don't you go around tapping nobody on their shoulders, because if they tap you on your cheek or stump you or snatch you up, you're going to deserve all of that, because you don't have no right to go to a woman and tell her what she should be wearing on her body. Laws need to be changed about how women wear their hair, that we should be able to wear dreads. It should be laws should be passed in all states that we should not police what a woman wear, hairstyles a woman wear, and what bonnets a woman wear, because that is a sign of our oppressor using that type of language or trying to police what we should look like and how we should dress. We're trying to live up to a certain lifestyle, European standard, when in fact We always think of creative ways of how to dress. From the motherland, from Africa, all the way to the United States, we have always thought wear different wraps on our heads and having different long hair dreads and all type of stuff. So what I'm saying is, we have always think outside the box when it comes to dressing. When it comes to dressing. So that's what I want to say, and I want to say we have to stop with the policing of our bodies, and as us as black, black women, Monique is black. That she shouldn't have did that. She should have gotten on her platform and said, "Hey, this you're beautiful and all of this, but don't be talking about, oh, I'm gonna tap you on the shoulders. You don't need to be wearing this. You don't need to be wearing that." I'm like, hold up, Monique, hold up. You ain't about to tap me on our shoulders, and you came up on the platform with no bra on and your robe. Like, no. And if somebody would have said that about her, if Tyler Perry would have said that about her, she'd have been shook. If Oprah Winfrey would have got up there and said, "I'm tired of people wearing robes with no bra," you would have been offended by that. Let it be known. If Tyler Perry would have said you should not be wearing a robe and not having on a bra and not wash your face, do a live, she would have done about a 15-hour live explaining how she was offended by Miss Oprah, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry. And another thing about this live that she did on Instagram, she found it out that she had to go and address Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah Winfrey. They did not have nothing to do with nothing. Why in the world would you bring their name up? They have nothing to do with this. You brought their name up for whatever reason. They have nothing to do with this situation. You were the one that got into this mess. That was you. All right. So I'm going to go into our next story. I want to say thank you. Make sure y'all click that like button. If you have not, please do so right quick. Please do so right quick. Okay. If you have not clicked that like button, it is free to do. It is free to do. If you have not clicked it, it is free to do. Okay. Please do that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I want to talk about, let's bring them on the screen. Give me a second. I want to talk about Erica Mena, and also I want to talk about Safaree. So those two are back in the news yet again. Safaree is reportedly is trying to beg the judge to force Erica Mena to allow him to be present for her child's birth. Said it's the only way she will. Okay, this was on the Neighborhood Talk, and they wrote this: Safaree and Erica Mena divorce is turning up. We previously reported that he was fighting to maintain joint custody of the children. However, according to TMZ, he is now heading back to court to force Erica to allow him to be present during their second child's birth. Per the report, Love and Hip Hop star said his estranged wife is due to give birth in July, and he's afraid she won't let him be with her for the delivery. He believed the only way that can happen is if a judge signed off on it. As far as joint custody, Safaree said he wants consistent and uninterrupted parenting and visitation with his kids because it is the best interest of them. Erica has requested exclusive use of their home, which Safaree has reportedly agreed to, but only if he's removed from having any financial obligations related to the home. So, with that being said, you see all of this stuff on your social media concerning this couple. This couple is very, very toxic. And let me break this down. Anytime that you have to go to a judge and tell a judge that you have to, can you please make a court order for me to be in the delivery room for my child? If you have to do that, obviously you don't need to be in the delivery room, because when a woman is pregnant, I'm not a woman, but the women that I talk to is when you're dealing in a pregnancy, you don't need no stress. And obviously, Safaree is a stressor to Erica Mena because whatever reason, they're getting divorced, right? It's something going on in their marriage. So I don't think that is healthy for your baby, Safaree, for you to pressure your wife, so you to pressure the courts so you could get access to seeing your wife in the living room. I don't think that's cool. Just wait till she have the baby, go to court and get some company, and go to court to get custody, some type of joint custody and some visitation. But don't be doing that. Say, I'm going to force you to let me be in the delivery room. No, don't do that. Do not force your wife and seeing your face. No, because whatever happened, and I've heard this allegedly, a person told me that he cheated on his wife and also that the money is low. And my thing is this, the reason why Safaree said, if this is true, because TMZ reported this, if it's true, if he is saying, please do not have me financially obligated on the things in the home, that'll let me know that's a sign that you really don't have that much money to take care of this house. And see, you should have never gotten that $1 million home when you didn't bring in no $1 million type of revenue. That is something that you should have did. Now, obviously, Safaree will be paying some type of spousal support. He probably will be paying some type of child support. I don't see him not. I see him getting visitation. I don't really see them getting joint custody because usually, unless the mother is so unfit, the courts typically sides with the mother. I don't have a lawyer on to speak about it because all the lawyers that I know, they be crying. So I don't have no lawyer to come out here and speak about it because all the lawyers I know be out here crying. So once we get a lawyer that don't cry, we could get a lawyer on the line and speak about this issue. So all of that was going on with this relationship. And whatever is out there, I want to ask the audience in the chat box or whenever they call in, is Erica petty for not allowing Safaree in the delivery room? Me personally, if you cheated on me in the money law, I don't want to see no broke man in no delivery room. You have already cheated on me allegedly. You have already treated me bad allegedly. I don't want to see you in the delivery room. And I don't think he should be there. I don't think the courts should force a woman to see a man is that she don't want to see. I'm just going to say that. But I want to ask the audience in the chat, what do you have to say? Press 1 if you think that this is right, that Erica Mena is great. Press 2 that you don't think is right. Okay? Okay? Just let me know. What do you think in this situation? Do you think Erica Mena is right to not allow him in there? Press 1. Press 2, you think that she's right. So let's see what y'all got to say. Let's see how y'all going to say here. Okay. All right. We got the people up here commenting down in the chat. Okay. We got them commenting down in the chat. Yes, we got them commenting down in the chat. There y'all go. All right. I see y'all just commenting down in the chat. Yes. Okay. That is what's up. That is what's up. It's up. It is up. It is stuck. Y'all, it's put that down there. Okay, y'all. I see what y'all saying and stuff like that. All right. So whatever the situation is, it's just very embarrassing that they both are going through this situation, and it's really sad because yet they have children. So yet their children one day is going to check this on social media out one day, and that is something that they're going to have to live with, you know, for the rest of their life. So again, this is something that the children are going to see when they do this, and that's something that they got to have to get together because obviously that is what the children is going to see. So we hope they resolve that issue and that Safaree put away that big peen and don't be damaging his wife and trying to force her to deliver the baby in front of him. Okay. All right. Y'all should have resolved that before all that. That's what you should have did. All right. Okay, so we're going to go and switch gears and get to another subject that's really, really sad, you guys, and I want to talk about is very, very, it's a subject that when I read it, I teared up, and this is a problem that is going on in this world. So I'm going to bring the young man picture up on the screen. This young man is a Virginia Tech, he is a Virginia Tech football player who is in some serious trouble after he was arrested in connection with the death of a 40-year-old man. He killed a man after discovering he was not a woman after a sexual encounter. The victim family is speaking out about their loss. We are so at a loss at everything that's going on, said the spokesperson, who requested to be anonymous based on fears of online harassment. The family has been dismayed at the speculation about the case they are seeing on the internet, the one person said. There are horrible stories out there, the person said. At the end of the day, no matter what he did or didn't do, nobody deserves what he got. Whatever happened gives nobody the right to react the way. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. So this man you see on the screen, allegedly met a white guy that was pretending to be a woman. Okay, he met he met the person on Tinder, and I'm gonna read this that I got some new information. Uh he said that the Virginia Tech football player told the police he punched a sexual partner 5 times in the face, stumped on him after discovering the person he thought was a woman was actually a man. According to arguments presented Wednesday in the Montgomery County courtroom, according to the autopsy, the bones of the Blacksburn resident Jerry Paul Smith face was broken and they were fractured. Smith's teeth was also missing. The medical examiner office have previously revealed that Smith have died from blunt force trauma to the head. So all of this have happened because this man you see on the screen met a white guy. This black guy met this white guy that was pretending to be a woman. And once he found out that the person that he was getting oral from, the person, he was like, "Oh my gosh, you are not a woman. You are actually a man." So this man you see on the screen actually killed someone because he was tricked into believing that the person that he was with was not a woman. It was actually a man. So he had on a wig, he had on all this type of stuff. And the victim here is a white guy. Okay. So let's see if we can go down. Let's see if we can go down here and read some more about this. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. They said that the victim they talk about the offender, the black guy you see on the screen, visit the victim's apartment on April 10th for oral sex after he was matched up with someone named Angie on Tinder. He returned to the apartment May 31st to engage in sexual activity and discover the person he was matched up with was male, according to the summaries of the evidence made by Morgan and defense attorney Jimmy Turk. So when he originally had oral sex the first time, then he came back because he wanted to get some more oral. And once the person opened up the door, the person was actually a man. So this man you see on the screen is on a they had came to agreement to release him on a $75,000 secure bond and under house arrest and electronic monitoring, according to the release put out by the Commonwealth attorney Mary. So I want to say this, and this is might going to be a little rough. You cannot go around tricking a person to them believing that you are one gender and in reality you are a man, because that's very dangerous. And let me tell you why it's dangerous. Because when you do that and that person find out that you are actually a man, you know, it could lead up to your death. But this is the thing. If you had the first time you had some type of oral, and then you go back, to me, that sounds very suspicious. How you did not know that that was it. So I don't know if the person was a trans person or a cross dresser. But what I'm assuming is if you thought this person was a woman, then obviously they must have on some weave, they must have some boobs, they must have whatever you thought that was a woman, they must lived up to the part. So I don't know if that person was actually trans or was a cross-dresser getting people giving people oral and or that. So it could be either or. The person could be trans, the reports didn't say that it was trans, or the person can be dressed up as a woman. Now when you look at the guy, the victim, give me a second, because Nick at Night posted it on her page. But when you look at the victim here, let me see. When you look at the victim here, hold on, let me The victim is white. Can we put it up there? Hold on. It's kind of blurry. But the victim is white. It's kind of blurry, you guys. But the victim is white. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you it again. The victim is white, and what I'm going to do exclusively, I'm going to post both their pictures on, because you can see it on Neighborhood Talk. So what I'm going to do is, for people that want to see how the victim look, it's a white guy and don't look nothing like a woman, and I'm going to post it on my Instagram right now so you all can definitely see it. Okay, give me a second while I post it on my Instagram at Wiley Show, and you can see it over there, so you can actually see this man like this. So I posted on the Instagram, okay, and I posted on there. So if you want to go and see it, you could definitely see it on Instagram. All right. So that's what the guy is white. And the person that killed him is a black guy, and you saw him, the one with the dreads. So I'm gonna post this picture up on here. And I got this story from the Neighborhood Talk because they posted it on there, and I was like, wow. So here you are, young man, on the screen. You're gonna probably spend the rest of your life in prison because you probably didn't want to be embarrassed. You didn't want nobody to know that you had a man. He probably are. You probably climaxed. You probably did all this, and you probably embarrassed because a man tricked you. So now you're not going to be in college playing football. For the rest of your life, you're probably going to spend the rest of your life in prison. You're probably going to spend the rest of your life in prison. And you probably was out there on the down low, probably liked it and all that type of stuff. And now you're probably going to spend the rest of your life in prison. Then you probably going to spend the rest of your life in prison. And all you had to do was don't worry about it. Say, okay, you tricked me. I'm gonna leave you alone and stuff like that. Go to a therapist, punch a wall, go join a boxing match or something like that. But when you do that and you do all that, it's just crazy. So I don't know what defense, again, like I said, I know attorneys, but they be out somewhere crying. So I really couldn't talk to my attorney because I think they was tearing up and crying on the phone. But I want to know, can he plead insanity? Can he plead that he was temporarily insane? Can he plead of that? So I don't know. I tried to call one attorney. They was on there sniffing and crying and boogers was flying and stuff like that. So I'm like, can he plead insanity? Because if you thought, person was one thing, that you could completely lost your mind. So I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna what is gonna be the defense on this. Because can they plead that? I don't know. Some people said that he don't need to be in prison. He was tricked and stuff like that. But I think that probably he can plead insanity. That is what I think that he can do. So I'm reading y'all comments here, and you can give me your thoughts on here, and I would definitely drop the link and allow you all to call in if you want to call in. I will drop the link only. You don't have to show your face. So that's how that go. Okay, so we're gonna move on to another topic here. Okay, did I talk about all of it? I believe I did, but I want to get into the all about the tea really quickly. So, I have been thinking about all about the tea, Monica. I have been having dreams about this. And I was like, I just had a weird dream because I was like literally at home, like in home, resting. And I said, wow, I really think that she may have an event and she may show up to this event, right, wearing a mask. So I had a dream that Monica from All About the Tea had this event, right, and she invited all these people, and everybody came to this event. And when she showed up, she showed up with a mask on, so could nobody see her at all. Okay. So I was really laughing. I'm like, you just gonna show up to this event with a mask on? We can't see you. When we heard her voice, she was a black woman, but she had on a mask. And it was a very weird dream. So tell me why I roll up out of bed and I get up and I check my phone, and someone sent me a message saying, I am going to expose you because Monica had paid you $5,000 to drag Plez and to drag the bishop. So I'm going to leak this to all the media. Do you have a comment? And I said, excuse me? Who paid who? What? What are you talking about? And I got on I sent the person my Google number, and they were going in like, I know she paid you $5,000. I said, excuse me? No one paid me $5,000 to address nobody. I said, excuse me, when you went, so I said, listen, the reason why I went hard on Plez because I believe that the chick is a liar. That's the reason why I went against her. No one paid me $5,000 to come against nobody. I just believe the woman is a liar. That's what it is. So when they said that, I was chuckling up, and it just so happened right after I get through dreaming about all about the tea and all of this, I wake up to some mess. So I said, okay, let me go live, the day before I go and clock in to work. Okay, because I'm a working blogger. I'm going to come on and address this. So people were just coming in and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, wow, what? I'm like, no. And I don't apologize and stuff like that. And I told the person, I said, listen, whether she an attorney or not an attorney, my stands do not change. I said about the crime piece, my stands do not change that you got gooped by somebody that you didn't see. That ain't going to change. So you ain't no victim here when you got paid money, got money for your birthday, got paid every month. You ain't no victim here. Go on somewhere with all that. I'm not going to believe in that narrative. Girl, you got paid. Girl, you got a platform. You got fame. If you didn't have that, no one wouldn't have known who you are. That's a blessing. No one forced you when you got all that fame and attention. That's like some of these celebrities that I be looking at got all this money and fame, and yet they be having issues. They got problems. I'm like, girl, go see a therapist. You got millions on top of billions of dollars. You shouldn't be struggling in your mind like that when you got access to the best doctors that money can buy. And you come out here and say, oh, my Lord, you got all this saying. What you upset about, girl? You got more than anybody else on this platform could have wanted. Even if she ain't going to represent me. Because I like my lawyers strong and don't cry. That's how I like my lawyers. That's how I like my lawyer. I don't like them. I don't like to see, tearing up every day. My lawyer. I don't want my lawyer crying. I'm in that face in 30 years, and I go into the room to see my lawyer, and they in tears. How are you supposed to help me and you break it down in tears? You got to be strong. That's what I was saying. Okay? And so I said that, and, people was upset. And now they're trying to spin a narrative that I got paid $5,000 to say what I have to say, and I didn't get paid $1. Okay? I'm a worker Bronco child. If she would have paid me $5,000, that would have been great. But no one paid me $5,000. Okay, trolls, it's not gonna work. And that's why it's so good that you have to have a platform. Now, it is okay for humans to cry because I've cried before multiple times. So there's nothing wrong with it. But when you cry, and you could turn it as a comedian, because I'm a comedian, I'm a sit-down comedian. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. I'm a sit-down comedian where I sit down and I tell jokes. So it is very comical to see you cry, and you could turn that into a joke. That's what I do. I find the comedy in it, right? So even when it was a blogger named by Monique at Night, I don't know if any of you all know that blogger, but she was having a hard time because she was going against, who was she going against? She was going against, damn, I want to say this. Who was she going? She was going against T.S. Madison. Something happened. And she really teared up. She was crying, and she said, give me my baby sock. And she started tearing up. She started to cry. T.S. Madison went live and made fun of her tearing up and crying. And of course, I said, oh my gosh, she got her some socks. So it's, you always find the comedy into what she's talking about. That's the piece. You find the comedy. And so that is what I found. I just found the comedy into the situation. I found the comedy in there. So that's what it is. She was tearing up. I said, "Ooh, child, this is. I could turn this into a joke." And that's what I said. And people can say, "Well, everything ain't funny." This is the internet. If you know me, I make something out of a joke. Okay, and that's what comedians do. And I'm not going to apologize for giving in my comedy and making my audience feel good. Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drop the link because we're going to go back live tonight. Okay, because we got a full show tonight, baby. The after dark live, late at night. The sun is down, talking the mess. So if y'all up tonight, we going live tonight as well. And baby, I don't know if y'all gonna be sleep with got work to do or whatever, but you gonna definitely catch the replay because we got a full show tonight. And I'm saving some of the stuff for tonight. Okay, tonight. All right, tonight. All right. So when I say tonight, it's gonna be late at night. So it's gonna be like 11:30 on the East Coast. I'm sorry, it's gonna be like 11:30 on the East Coast time, that late. So let me put the number up on here. So if anybody want to be notified when I go live, and you could just catch the replay because it's gonna be good tonight. All right, we on the road. We on the goal of doing 2 lives a day. Okay. And I'm probably not gonna stop until we get to the fall. All right. So we're gonna be going live around 11:30 tonight. All right. So just save your reminder and stuff like that. We definitely gonna do that. So give me a second. I am going to drop the link. If anybody want to come on, you don't have to show your face, and you can come on to the screen. And I know y'all tune in because we had gained so many subscribers. So you already know. Hey, yeah. We gonna be talking about it. When I'm on high, when I see the ratings increase, you think I'm gonna give up? I'm gonna put my foot on the gas and we're gonna put out this content. We gotta be putting out this content. So good afternoon. Good afternoon. And people say, Wiley, did you audition? I don't audition, I get offers. All right. I never audition for anything. I just get offers. I'm the type of person that you see me and you just offer me something. That's what you do. You don't get, did you no, I got an offer. All right. I don't audition. All right. People see the cons, they be like, man, you don't need to audition. Come on, join me. Okay. Something else. And last night, I had a lot of attorneys reaching out to me last night saying, stand up for attorneys and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is really nice. I'm like, my word is just strong because people's like, I'm a real attorney and stuff like that. And I said, listen, you are a real attorney, you're a great attorney or whatever. But in my comedy, I would say crying attorney. It's more funny. It's more funny when you crying to you an attorney. Crying attorney, you know what I'm saying? Tears, tears in the briefcase. It's funny. That's what it is. And most people have laughed at it. And then this is the thing when I get with people, right? I say, call in and let me know. Let me know how you feel. They don't want to call in. So all what they do is they just type, and they leave me paragraphs and they leave me articles. And I said, listen, let's talk about it on the show. Let's have a conversation. Before we go in on each other, let's have a conversation. So if you don't want to have a conversation with me, then it is what it is. Okay. All right. So hold up. I'm going to let the number scroll down. Let the thing scroll to my other information here. All right. So we've been on here 33 minutes. So give me a second. I'm going to drop the show number. If you don't want to hit the StreamYard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the show number. But I'm just holding my phone up to the mic, but do it the ghetto way right now, because if I try to switch and share my screen, it's going to knock the whole live off base. Okay. It was going to knock the whole off base. It is what it is. We are definitely a YouTuber that do and have a good time over here. So if you sit here and cry, people going to make fun of you. People make fun of me all day long, and not one person defends me like they supposed to. But as soon as we come out here and we say what we have to say, it's a problem, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a problem. All right, so we got that number that you can call in on. Moderators, if you can copy and paste that number, we're gonna do that one. All right. Hold up. Let me see if it works. If it works. All right. Give me a second. Okay, who was that? They say you really doing this? So, come on now. I'm going to mess around, have a real attorney with a bonnet. Yes, let a real attorney come in. I didn't really say no names. Y'all be up there be saying people names and stuff like that. And he dog will holler. You know what I'm saying? We didn't say no names. Y'all be like really, really something. Okay. Why did I go live yesterday and people was calling me by my first name last night? And I was like, this is the reason why in this situation, when you go on people's shows And I noticed that I'm like, oh my gosh, I am really an online commentator and I have an opinion. So I went live and a young lady did a live about me last night. And she said, what was going on with Marquise? He need to calm down. And it was so beautiful, a beautiful black woman. Everything. She was really nice. And I was like, this is really something. Like you could give your opinion and people could just say what they want to say about you. And I'm built for this. I'm stronger and I'm so strong in this zone of what I do. And in this business, you have to be strong because if you're not strong, people will see that and they will make a video about it. It happens. You know what I'm saying? If I come on here and if you see a white woman in here cooking me breakfast, instantly it will go viral and people will talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If you see Karen in here cooking me some breakfast and she feed me some eggs and ham and sausages on camera, it will be a problem, right? People say, oh my gosh, I thought he said he liked black women and all of that. And so it's whatever you put on this camera, it's you're putting yourself up there to be judged. You right? You're putting yourself up there to be judged. Okay? You're putting yourself out there to be judged. So anytime you come on here and come on your channel, someone will always judge you. So you have to be in this situation. You got to have thick skin. You have to. That is how it is, and that's the truth. And if anybody don't ever tell you that, I'm telling you that right now. Because if you don't, you're going to get yourself in a whole lot. You're going to be in a situation going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this. Oh my gosh, I need a break. Oh my God, I need this. And I'm like, you have to take a break. This is why on our show, if it gets rough, we take 2 days off. Take 2 days off, regroup, meditate, listen to music, listen to some India Arie, really listen to some gospel, some Shirley Caesar, listen to the Chicago Mass Choir to really build up your stamina. But come on back. You know what I'm saying? But never say, oh my God, it's too much. I'm done with it. Because if you really want to make it in this industry, you have to have some thick skin. You will have some disagreements. You will have some disappointments. People will do things that you will not like. But are you going to give up or are you going to continue? Because people do it all the time. Okay, it goes with that. And so when we had a situation with Monica and people were saying what they were saying about her, it was something. And I told Monica, and I said, listen, sister, you have something special because anytime you can get 10 to about 20 videos per day, and for your hashtag to have about 150,000 people use the hashtag or 150,000 impressions on the hashtag all about the tea, you are definitely doing something great in this business. Okay, you're live on the air.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Everyone. I just wanted to say this is what I think. I think that Plez, well, first let me just make this disclaimer. I don't watch All About the Tea. I've just been watching the drama that has been going on these last few days. And so my thoughts are that Plez, her vibe didn't fit with them anymore, or maybe she felt a vibe and wanted to remove herself from the situation. And then by removing herself from the situation, that's where the drama has come in. Like maybe Monica got mad, or maybe the other panelists got mad, or maybe there was some backbiting and different things, and things were getting back to her. And that's where all of this had stemmed from. But I think that from what I've seen, I think that this lady Monica doesn't need a panel. I mean, if this is her channel, this is her show, this is her brand, she doesn't need people to do what she does. I mean, you're up here on YouTube and you have your channel. You don't need people. I mean, yes, you have two men and a lady, but that's just an aspect, a branch to your show, but it's not what makes you you. So, all I wanted to say was, I don't feel as though this Monica lady needs anybody to be up there with her. she can do it as a segment, but it shouldn't be her sole, the way she handles her channel.
Right, and she doesn't. And when she do it, it's a blessing for the up and coming people that want a platform, right? Because
yes, I agree with that, because that gives them exposure.
Right.
That gives that gives other people exposure. That lets the other fans say, "Oh wow, who's this person? Maybe I can, I like the vibe of this person. Maybe I can just subscribe to their channel." But I mean, honestly, though, I feel as though, because everyone outgrows people. There's times in your life where you outgrow a thing or outgrow people, and so I think that maybe that's what happened. That she outgrew her position and her time there, and I think what they should have done, they should have handled things behind the scenes instead of exposing it for all of YouTube and everyone else to have an opinion about it. I mean, they could have kept it within themselves.
Well, I'm glad they did, because what it does is offer commentators a way to get content, right? And
True.
it's good business, because let's be clear, ratings went through the roof for all channels that talked about it. People that never had a channel put their name in the title and gain followers. But what I want to say when it comes to this, you already know what you were into, because when you watched that show, it wasn't watching church. You were watching a messy show that were being messy about celebrity gossip. So Monica never changed. She been the same person that she was when you first watched her, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. You're right.
Yeah. So are you still going to watch All About the Tea?
Oh, no, I've never watched All About the Tea. I've only watched a few of the episodes just to get caught up on the drama. Now, if you're going to be on that All About the Tea, then yeah, I'm going to tap in, because I want to see how well you do. And
yes.
So yeah, if you're there, I will be there. Wiley.
Yes.
If you're not there,
do you think they can really handle the Wiley Show? Do you really think so? Because
I think that you would be great over there, Wiley. I think you bring a different dynamic. You're funny. You know how to troll, and the people that know you, understand you, get you. We know it's the people. It's the people who don't know who you are and what you bring that have the negativity in the chat.
Right.
And and that's why I say, even the regular producers, we should just ignore the trolls, because at the end of the day, they don't understand who Wiley truly is and what you bring. So yes, to answer your question, if you go over there, I will watch. I will support you, and I wish you well. I wish you well.
Thank you so very much.
Okay, Wiley.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so I have a question in the chat. They said, hey, why did you drag the Bishop and Plez? Listen, I'm a comedian, and I was sitting down with my team of people that's in comedy, and I said, I want to make a couple of jokes about this. What can I say? And one of my comedian friends said, like, Wiley, be honest. Tell the people what you see. So when I was backstage, I was just got my notebook. I was writing some stuff down, and I said, I said, okay, I don't know what to say. And so when she called my name, and I said, boom, this is what I see. And I would just being honest. And I would tell you, I want to thank this beautiful sister. Her name is Rachel. She came up to me and she said, Wiley, you're so honest, and you made me laugh, and you got me through this pandemic. And I want to give a special shout out to Rachel and another person named Bernard. He called me last night, and he was like, oh my gosh, at first I didn't like you because your eye. And he said, you know what? I apologize for that, because I have my issues. I don't have a cross eye, but I have my issues. So I looked at your channel and I fell in love, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I was just, being real. And so people, whether you love me or whether you don't like me, we always going to have our opinion about the situation. We always going to have that. So the number is on the screen. Now, if you're calling in private, sometimes it don't show up. Okay. So if you're calling in private, it may connect and it may not connect. And so you might have to hit the StreamYard. And so, yeah, people was all over giving me opinions about the situation. Okay. All right. So somebody trying to call in anonymous is not letting you. So you probably have to call in you probably have to hit StreamYard. All right. Oh, it's working on this. Okay. All right. Hello, you live on the air. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Wiley, hey. I disagree with that last caller because if Monica could do a show on her own, she would not have people, that panel up there. And yes, it did help them grow their platforms, but that's besides the point. Of course, her audience is going to be attracted to them. So if they go and branch off, they're going to get some subscribers too. But she got a lot of subscribers with those people on that panel. So we cannot dismiss them like they did not bring anything, to the channel. That's, unacceptable. And another thing, Wiley, I didn't know that you was a part of the beef sector in YouTube.
You didn't know? Well, I was.
No.
I was back in the day. Yeah, I've changed.
I didn't know what it was.
I evolved. But how did you find out?
Well, I was watching somebody live this morning. It just popped up on YouTube because I was like researching the Monica thing, and the person was like, they were supposed to, interview Mama, but I said Monica, but it was some backdoor, doing, and then you end up getting the interview.
Yes.
So they was like, Monica went over to the beef sector, and I was like, what?
Oh,
like,
no.
A beef sector? so I didn't know. So I'm assuming the beef sector is you and Tasha K and Dawn Monroe and
it's not that person is just mad that we had got the exclusive, but hey, listen, we do a show, we love everybody, and we're growing. And how long you been following me? Because I think you've been following me for a while.
Well, I was, Wiley, but like I don't know. It seemed like the only beef for YouTube beef I would really watch is you and Tasha K versus Amon and Dawn Monroe. Y'all was the biggest YouTubers beefing. So it was just funny for to hear another YouTuber say beef sector in the tea sector, and now this Monica person went over to the beef sector, and I'm like, oh, so she's joined.
And see, that particular person is a person that got all these subscribers and don't have the viewership. Mm-hmm. And when I tell people this, and I tell people that come to me, I said, listen, stop just trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, because if you don't get the viewership, having 100,000 is just so irrelevant. I've seen people with 100,000 subscribers, they get the same views I get at under 30-some thousand subscribers. So, yeah, I mean, they just want the YouTube plaque. If I want a YouTube plaque, I go to get it printed out at FedEx and print it on my wall and all that. I want the views, because the views get you the check, not the subscribers. And see, you can have all them big subscribers and get 3,000 views. That's the same numbers that Wiley get at the little numbers that I have.
Yep. I was like, oh, Wiley is a really messy
Wiley.
But okay, I just called to say that.
All right, thank you so very much. Okay. All right, bye-bye. Yes, you just never know who's gonna call in. Like, people, they come at me, they say, oh my gosh, Wiley, why don't you have 100,000 subscribers? I'm like, we're gonna get there. And baby, when we get there, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Wiley Show. What's on your mind? Turn me down the background. Can you turn me down the background, please?
I did. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I've got one question. I just started watching you, and I really love your show, and I just want your opinion on whether or not you watched that Jolene and Busy show last night.
No, I did not. I was busy doing my show. What was said?
Well, they were talking a lot about you and what happened last evening on Monica's show, and I'm just watching it all. I'm watching it all and soaking it all in, and they're pretty funny. They came at it from like a comedic point of view, but they are all over you and talking about you and getting your name out there and stuff. I think it's good promotion for all of you.
It's good promotion, and let them talk, because I'm going to just keep it real. But I stand what I said. I don't want no lawyer that's crying. Now, do you want, if you about to file for divorce, do you want your lawyer crying in the courtroom? Be honest.
Right. No, I agree. But I mean, also, you know, I'm sure you have your moments as well, and you do them in private. Like if you're having like, you know, your moment of breakdown or your doubts or whatever about, I mean, if you're a broadcaster, you have to be tough. You have to have tough skin. And if you don't at that moment, don't go on, you know? So.
All right. Thank you so very much for calling in. Thank you for giving me the 411.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
We're all watching, and I think we all think it's just, I mean, you guys are your own reality TV now.
Yes. Okay.
We love it. Keep it moving.
Okay, bye-bye. And I was just on her show for a couple of minutes, and it just whoosh. Everybody just had something to say. I'm like, it don't take, that's why I know I got the talent, baby. Okay. All right. I got that talent. Tap it in. Okay. I got the talent. I was on there for a little snippet, and it shook. You know, so I just on there for a little tap. We gonna go for our last call, then I gotta go. Okay. All right. You live on the Wiley Show. What's up? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Wiley?
Hey.
Okay, so I want to talk about the 18-year-old.
Yes.
That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the 18-year-old. I think that is really sad that this guy is he's facing murder, you know, for basically being tricked off the street and you know, killing somebody. I think that there needs to be some laws in place to prevent cross-dressers, transgenders, anyone from misleading people on what they really are. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff is happening over and over and over again. And yeah, people can sit back and say that, oh, these people probably knew, these people probably did this, these people probably did that. But that's not always the case. And we can't always assume that people know, because we know that there are a lot of people that lie about, you know, their, you know, what they were born as, because trans people are attracted to straight people. You understand? That's who they target. They target men that, you know, appear to be straight men. So we have to stop, you know, with this whole ideology of, oh, this person had to know, or, oh, this person must have known, or why, you know, didn't this person know? When we know that trans themselves says that that's who they are attracted to, straight men, that's who they go after. So their whole intention is to trick people into believing that they're women, to, you know, put them in these types of positions. And then unfortunately, once the person finds out, it leads to, you know, some type of destruction or harm against that person. And we can't say what a person's mental mind state is, you know, where people say, oh, they didn't have to take it that far. If you're a gay person, that's how you're going to feel, because you like both sexes. But if you're a person and you identify one way, and that's what you wholeheartedly believe in, for somebody to violate you in that way, that's going to play on your mental, that's going to play on your psyche, and ain't no telling what you would do.
All right.
So whether the man is trans or cross-dresser, just the fact of him, you know, dressing up to be a woman and misleading himself as being a woman, that got to stop. It got to stop.
All right. We thank you so very much for calling in.
Okay.
All right. There we go. You just never know who's going to call in. And so, listen, we can't take any more phone calls. We got to go. We got a show that we're going to do tonight. Oh, hold on. We'll just do one more. I think this is my moderator calling in, so I got to take her phone call. I think it is. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. Oh, this
just called in and touched on that topic with the 18-year-old. I just want to say that we're in 2021 now. So from experience, people that I know that do dress up, or people that I know that are trans, these guys these days know, like, literally what they want. Everyone, every cross-dresser, every trans woman is not passable. Okay? and some of them prefer those types. So let's be clear. In this world that we living in now, they know what they want. The first thing that they go for is a private part, sweetheart. So let's get it straight, okay?
I heard that.
Yes.
Okay.
From experience, from what I've seen.
I hear what you're saying. Thank you so much.
So I'd rather her called in and say that maybe the person was blackmailed. But don't assume because we want the straight guys or X, Y, and Z. No.
It could be. It could be the blackmail. It could be that as well. Like, if you don't give me this, I'm gonna put your information out. You know?
Yeah. So we could touch on that topic as well because I do believe sometimes it is that.
Right.
Especially for the celebrities.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Icon. You just never know. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Okay, let's thumbs up. It is free to do. We will be going live tonight, and it's going to be the late night show tonight, and we're going to see y'all there. If you did not get a chance to call in, leave us a comment. We do respond as well, and I want to get that number off. And the number that you see on the screen, that is our text number. So if you want to text us some tea, hit that number 972-674-9462. So you can text us at that number at any celebrity gossip. If you got anything on your mind, you could definitely text that number. So if you didn't get a chance to call in, leave us a comment and thumbs up and subscribe. I want to give a special shout out to all the moderators in the house. Shout out to all the new producers and shout out to the producers that return. All right, we will see y'all in the next live. Peace. All right, you get it up. Make sure you run that. We are done. I'm done. I gotta go. Okay. I'm gonna work. Yeah, work that. And yes, I might go live. After do the work. After do the work and stuff like that. All right. So yeah. Okay. Let me end this live. Woo.